In this video, I'm taking you through some corrective exercises if you tend to have an anterior pelvic tilt, which can also be associated with an exaggerated lumbar or low back curve. Maintaining neutral pelvic position may be helpful for prevention or control of chronic low back pain, but this is not meant as medical advice. If you do have back pain, be sure to consult with a qualified healthcare practitioner for your diagnosis and treatment. So with this, we're going to be strengthening the abdominals and then strengthening the hamstrings and gluteals. And then we're going to be stretching into the hip flexors and stretching into the low back extensors. So let's begin with 2 sets of 30 seconds of a abdominal plank to strengthen the abdominals. We're coming onto the elbows under shoulders, have your feet close together. So first level, we could be on the knees, second level on the toes, third level, one leg lifted for the first half, other leg lifted for the second half. So get in position, elbows under shoulders, and again, level 1, lift the pelvis. Level 2, toes gripping, lift the knees. Level 3, lift the right leg. Keep breathing, keep drawing the pubic bone toward the sternum. Now, if you have the right leg lifted, switch to the left now. Keep breathing, again, your choice of levels, or if you need to drop the knees, that's fine. Keep drawing pubic bone toward the sternum. Come on down. Let's rest in the Crocodile Pose for 30 seconds. We can turn the legs out or in. Focus on deep, full breaths with the abdomen expanding toward the floor with your inhale. Let's get ready for the next set. So legs closer, elbows under shoulders. On your mark, get set, and go. Again, you can have the pelvis lifted, grip at the toes, knees lifted, or right leg lifted. Keep breathing, again, avoiding sagging through the pelvis, keeping pulling the pubic bone toward the sternum. If you have the right leg lifted, switch to the left. Keep breathing, keep lifting the chest, keeping the shoulders down. Keep breathing. Lower knees. Bring the knees forward, bring the hips back. Then we're going to take 30 seconds in a child's pose. You can relax the head down. If you need to widen the knees, that's fine. If you want to stack the fists under the forehead or rest the forehead on the hands, you may. Or forehead to the mat. We can also widen the knees if you like. And now we're going to be moving on to our back for the bridging. We're doing 2 sets of bridging. First set with the posterior pelvic tilt, second with the neutral pelvis. Let me review the 3 options, or actually 4 options. First of all, we can do the basic bridge, keeping the feet down, hips width apart, keeping the hands down. Now we also could make these a little bit more advanced with the arms reaching up toward the ceiling. This is level 2. Now level 3, feet together, lift the right leg up with the right knee alongside the left, lifting and lowering, or we could lift like this. If you're doing the single leg version, then that would just be 5 on each side for 2 sets. Otherwise, we're doing 2 sets of 10 with both feet down. So beginning with the posterior tilt. And so again, if you want to start with this level, go ahead and begin here. Otherwise, feet with the hip joints. Now begin with flatten the low back. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll down. Each time you lift, feel like you're engaging the gluteal muscles at the back of the hips, the hamstrings. Keep breathing. Now, if you had the right leg lifted, switch to the left. As we continue the last 5 here. Lower down. Now let's just pull the knees in, whether you're holding top of the knees or behind the thighs. We'll take 30 seconds here to get a little bit of the low back stretch. Be sure that the sacrum and tailbone are down against the mat. Keep breathing. And lower the feet. Get ready for your second set. Again, we can be at level 1 or 2 with the feet with the hip joints, or level 3 or 4 with feet together. And so option that right leg up. This time just keep neutral. Exhales you lift, inhales you lower. Again, level 2 would be arms up. We feel like the lower end of the sacrum and the low ribs lift and lower simultaneously. Now, if you had the right leg lifted, switch to the left. Again, there's an option at level 4 with the arms up as well as the leg up. Lower down, pull the knees in. Again, we'll take 30 seconds here, just getting a little stretch of the low back against the mat. Whether you hold on top of the knees or behind the thighs. The low back sacrum tailbone pressing down. Keep breathing as you relax into your stretch. And lower the feet, roll to the side. Next, we're going to be stretching the hip flexors. So from the hand and knee position, step the right foot forward, slide the left knee back. The right knee is over the foot. So starting the timing. If you need to take pressure off your back knee, press firmly through the top of the back foot, or you can pad that back knee with a folded blanket or towel. Have the option of raising up with the left arm, leaning a little bit to the right. Emphasize the feeling of stretch to the front of the left hip. Keep breathing. And lower down, and we're going to step forward with the left foot, slide the right knee back. Again, option of hands on the front thigh, option of right arm reaching up as we lean a little bit to the left. Pressing firmly through the top of the back foot if you need to take pressure off the back knee. Keep breathing, focus that stretch on the front of the right hip. Lower down, step back, we'll do one more set on each side. Stepping up with the right foot. And option of reaching up with the left arm as we lean a little bit to the right. Feel that stretch in the front of the left hip and keep breathing. And let's step back in last set. Left foot forward, right knee back. Option of hands on the front thigh, option of right arm reaching up, leaning a little bit left. And lower hands, back to hands and knees. So now we're going to do 10 of the moving cat-cows going into child's pose. Then at the end, we'll hold the child's pose for 30 seconds. So to begin with, Lift the tailbone, lift the chest, lift the head. Look slightly forward. It doesn't have to be an exaggerated extension though. It can be kind of slight. Tuck the tailbone under, look down, rolling back. Bring chest toward the thighs, forehead toward the mat. Inhale, scoop forward and up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under as you're rolling back. Inhale, scoop forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Emphasize the feeling of stretch in the low back each time you go back. Next time you go back to the child's pose, we'll stay in child's pose. Have the big toes together, knees can be close or wide. We're going to take 30 seconds. Support the head if you need with the hands or stacked fists or forehead to the mat. Take some deep breaths, feel stretch into the low back. So that's it for the exercise sequence for anterior pelvic tilt. You could do this somewhere from 3 to 7 times per week. You could also combine this with the sequence I'm going to post for posterior pelvic tilt if you just want to maintain general neutral pelvic alignment with core strength and with mobility through the hip and low back and pelvic region. If you do have any questions, you may leave them in the comments. And if you enjoy the video, then please hit like and subscribe. If you'd like to be notified when I post new videos, then you can click the alarm bell next to the subscribe button. Thank you.